Alright, so laid out on these are all the reusable fishing gear that I've caught magnet fishing. So start off with this red eye, well, it doesn't have a red eye, red head, white eye fish head jig, and you use that for like curly tailed grubs or something like that. Something small you'd put on the end of it, so for like crappie or small bass or bluegill, something like that. So I got the lipless crankbait, dark gray on the bottom into light gray transition. I believe it to be a one knocker, and it has the bleeding gill material. I don't know what that material is, but yeah, I didn't buy it, so so it's called /70 slow susp, whatever that means. Then it has the water cutter fins, which control the wobbles and the depth and everything, but I didn't buy the bait, so I wouldn't know. And then there's this treble hook, this hook, this rooster tail thing with the blade bait on it. I'm pretty sure this is what this is called, but the rooster tail came off of it. It was tied on right here is what it looks like, but I could be mistaken. I'm not quite sure exactly what this is, but it's a blade bait of some sort for small fish like crappie. I've seen this used before for like crappie and bluegill and trout, and especially trout. So it did have either a double barb hook or one of the barbs broke off. So I think one of the barbs broke off, but I'm not quite sure. It only has 2 barbs now on the treble hook. It could have originally have been like that, but I don't know. Alright, so this is a jerk bait. Shallow diving is what it looks like. I replaced the hooks on it. I had to replace the hooks on quite a few of these because they were far gone. Alright, so next we got, now these came separate, but there's this paddle tail, that shad type thing, I guess is what you call it, chartreuse colored, and then all this other like gunk colored on it. That's just from being at the bottom of the lake. And then I got this black and blue skirted with the black head and black weed protector jig. Nice jig. There is quite a bit of pitting in the actual hook itself, so the hook might not last for that many fish, but I'll still get some use out of it. Alright, then I got this, which I think is a brush hog or something like that. Some sort of creature bait of some sort, but whoever knows more about fishing will comment down in the section, please, exactly what this is. And I put a hook in it. A hook that was inside of it was far gone. So yeah, I put a brand new hook in it. Texas rigged it because I'll throw it as a weighted Texas rig. Alright, so next I got this soft plastic treble hook, one single treble hook bait, and it has this metal piece through it, and that's what you tie your line onto. Yeah, has that sort of action. Some sort of swim bait of some sort. And then we got this really small swim bait, paddle tail hook, and yeah, all these I've sharpened. It didn't really look that sharp, but yeah, it's sharp. The way to test if it's sharp is you take this against your nail, and if it cuts you or digs in and stops, then it's sharp. By cut, I mean like scrape off some of your nail. And then this came up, but the hooks and the hook connectors, I can't remember what they're called, but what you actually put the treble hooks on was really far gone, even though it was like a brand new looking bait. This looked, because of where I found it, it was right there on the boat ramps. I'm guessing that somebody opened up the package and dropped this brand new, because it looked like it hadn't even have been used. Just saying, that's what it looked like. And this one has some markings on it, but it's an Excalibur, which is an expensive bait. I can't read I think it says XL90 or XL50. XL50 I think is what it says, but yeah, this is an expensive lipless crankbait, so whoever lost this was mad. And then I brought it back, and my stupid new dog got a hold of it and put scratches on it and scratched up the eyes some with their teeth. Stupid dogs. This is not a chew toy. This is expensive lipless crankbait, but whatever. So I'm gonna eventually put new hooks on it when I get the hook connectors. So it's colored differently. There's like some blue in it, some browns in it, some grays, some blacks, blackback. Yeah, so just a whole bunch of different colors, and then it's red-eyed and red-gilled. So that's a pretty nice lipless crankbait that I found. And this is another jig, except this one, the soft plastic that was on it was actually salvageable. So all I did was sharpen the hook and got me a nice jig head for like small bass, crappie, whatever, that sort of thing. A bluegill, or like I don't think a trout would hit something like this. This one's a little bit too big for like a trout, but yeah, that sort of thing. And it has a black head, white eye. Yeah, and then it has a chartreuse fork tail. It almost looks like a frog type thing, like it's trying to mimic a frog. Yeah, something like that. And it has like a brown body and then a black head to the soft plastic. Yeah, so that's a really nice jig right there that I found. And then this, I found just the worm, and it's beat up, I mean, but it'll get at least one fish off of it. And the hook was still good in it, so yeah, sharpen that up a little bit, and it didn't even need to be sharpened that much because this hook was still quite good in it. So yeah, there's that plus. And then I got this, which is twin curly-tailed, or I think those are called curly-tailed. Yeah, twin curly-tailed grub type thing. When I was at Academy Sports and Outdoors buying fishing soft plastics, some guys are like, "Oh, where's the twin-tailed ones?" So I guess they're really popular. I've only fished with single curly-tailed, but yeah, I'll fish with this soonish when I do my challenge video for magnet fishing lures. Yeah, so this is a paddle tail swim bait, but it's missing one of its eyes. It came up missing one of its eyes, but that's not too extreme because you catch fish with one eye anyway sometimes, so that won't tip the bass or whatever off to it being a fake fish. Yeah. So yeah, only one eye though. Alright, so then I have this bit of tungsten weight, this bit of steel weight, or tungsten. It might be tungsten. It's probably tungsten because it has that dark color to it. Then this little itty bitty one, weight, and it's like lead, I think. It's just really dirty from being at the bottom of the lake. That's why it looks that dark colored like tungsten. But I don't think that that's tungsten. It probably isn't. Anyway, so here's a nice tungsten. It's either like 1 or 2 ounce tungsten. It's probably 2 ounce because it's tungsten. It might even be 2.5, 3 ounce. I don't know. Let's get a 2 ounce. No, it's a 1 ounce. Yeah, it's a 1 ounce tungsten, I'm guessing. But yeah, that's a really nice tungsten weight. Then I got this 1 ounce lead triangle drop shot. Then the 2 ounce triangle drop shot lead. And then I got this bead. Somebody had this bead on the rig. The rig was no good, but I was able to salvage the bead off of it. And then I got this 1 ounce lead weight. Alright, so then I got this leader. And the hook was still good on it. That's the original hook that was on the leader. And this is steel braid leader. And it has a plastic coating on it. And then I just put this paddle-tailed fluke on it, because I got the paddle-tail fluke and it was still good, but the hook it was on was no good, so I just put it onto this leader. I don't know why you would want to fish with the fluke and the leader, but that's just the way I hooked it up. And there's this, which has the weight, and it has a swivel and where you tie on. I'm pretty sure those are called swivels. If I'm wrong, please tell me in the comment section. And then it has the bait hook on it. I don't know what these are called, bait clips or something like that. And it still functions, and it's again braided metal of some sort with plastic coating on top of it. But on some of these, some of the plastic coating has come off in places, so yeah, they won't last for too long per se. And then this one, again, the original hook, and it's a braided wire leader with plastic on it. That's all good there. And then this one was brand new that somebody lost. It was just sitting there when I was magnet fishing, but it's still part of my magnet fishing funds because I found it magnet fishing. But yeah, this one is brand spanking new. Never been fished with. You can tell it's never been fished with because it didn't have any grime or anything on it, and it's still brand new shiny. And again, it has this swivel on it. I'm pretty sure those are called swivels. Again, if I'm wrong, please tell me in the comment sections. Alright, so as far as what would be my favorite baits out of these, that would definitely be this, minus the paddle tail swim bait. But yeah, that jig, really nice. Then I'd have to say this creature bait, really nice, yes sir. And I'd have to say this jig right here. I like this too, one of my favorites. Then my lipless crankbait. As far as my wire leaders, this would have to be my favorite one out of all of them that I pulled up. Just the basic one with the hook on it. Very nice, very nice. Then as far as my weights, it would have to be this tungsten, this tungsten, and this tungsten too. And I'm pretty sure that's tungsten. If it's not, and you know for sure it's not, then comment down in the comment section. Yeah, this is like, why would you even want to put this on your line? So this is not my favorite, but it's like barely any weight to it. You might as well just put one of these beads on there because they're heavier. Yeah. Alright, so I'll bring you right back, and I'll have put away which ones I'm not going to keep, and I'll give those to my nephew so that he can fish with them. And I'm giving him some brand new lures too that he can fish with. I'll bring you back in another installment of videos and show you all the stuff that he has to fish with that I've given to him. But yeah, I'll bring you back in a minute, and then I'll show you which lures I'm gonna fish with for my magnet fishing challenge, because they'll be the ones that I keep. Alright, see you in a few.